Hey, you know what? Who doesn't like wine, right? France, California, New York, they come to mind when talking about wine and wineries. But what about Ohio? Wine expert Jim Laughren is live this morning. He says, don't count out the Buckeye State. And why? Why should we not count out Ohio when we're talking about fine wines?
Ohio actually has a tremendous history in the wine industry. In fact, before the Civil War, Ohio was the #1 wine producing state in the nation.
Wow.
And Cincinnati was actually considered the Napa Valley of the United States at that time.
That is crazy to think about.
So
we're
there's
talking
a lot of
about
history.
Obviously grapes that are grown here, then processed in the estate wineries.
Right. And most of the grapes that you will find in Ohio are what are called hybrids.
Okay.
And they're specifically bred and crossed with other grapes so that they can survive the climate here. The cold winters are very hard on vines. Mm-hmm. And so you have one type of wine in southern Ohio, which is based on the Catawba grape, and we have one here that you may want to...
this is the kind of the peachish Keller wine right there.
Right, a blush wine. And this actually is the thing that kicked off the entire industry.
Oh, wow.
Was the Catawba grape. And at the time, in 1825, the first person who planted and made these wines stood out because everything else was very high in alcohol and very dry.
Okay.
So having a lighter bodied, lighter alcohol, tasty wine with a little sweetness to it was very appealing to people.
Okay, that is very, very sweet. The next wine we have over here, you said is sweet as well. This is the Myers wine?
Yes. Yep, this is also a sweet wine. This is really a blend of various white grapes. And one thing that's interesting is that in the wine world in general these days, people are beginning to understand that there are wine drinkers who are just hardwired to like sweet wine. It's not a matter of education. It's not a matter of exposure. That's just the way they're built. And so Ohio and the Midwest in general tends to produce sweeter wine, so they really cater to that palate. So they're kind of right where you want to be in the wine world these days.
And this one, this bottle you said is kind of in northern Ohio, the Cleveland area.
This is referential to German wines, obviously the tall blue bottle, and German immigrants to the Lake Erie area after the wine industry collapsed in southern Ohio.
Yes.
Reinvigorated it around the lake and used slightly different varietals. This is Riesling and Traminette and so forth.
And we're running out of time. And real quick, this red wine, what type is this and where's this from?
This red wine is from Sandusky.
Okay.
It is a blend of Catawba and Concord and 4 or 5 other grapes.
Wow. So a lot of choices when you're talking Ohio wines. Thanks for a quick little lesson. And Jim actually does have a book, The Easy Way to Know What You Need to Know About Fine Wine. So we'll have a link to all of this information on our website, fox45now.com. Just click on Fox 45 in the morning.